But for now, I'll be conducting this session in which we're going to be talking about the Public Speaking Society, how you can join it, what we do, and everything about the Public Speaking Society. Okay, so this is our logo. Okay, so what is public speaking? Public speaking at its heart is just communication. Okay, public speaking is all just about getting the ideas in your head into the heads of people around you. Okay, and that is a very important skill in every aspect of life. Okay, and it's extremely important wherever you go. Okay, but public speaking is not just about communicating the ideas that you want to communicate, but you also have to do it very confidently. Okay, and confidence is also something very important that we seek to improve and build with public speaking. And after that, we also have to think a lot about fluency, okay? Because fluency is not about just how good your speech is, but how good you are flowing when you're speaking, okay? Because it is very difficult to continuously speak for a long period of time without stuttering, without stammering, and in a flow that's like very engaging and interesting to everyone who's listening, okay? So that is something that we also need to look towards when we talk about public speaking. And lastly, character building. Okay, so character building basically arises out of all this public speaking because it's all about exposing yourself to new ideas and new content that you are including in your speeches, right? So because we do so many speeches, because we speak about such diverse topics, obviously we're going to derive from that a lot of knowledge and good.
अभी आ रही हूँ मैं क्लास ले रही हूँ.
Can someone who's speaking please turn off your mics? Everyone please mute yourselves. Okay, so that is basically what public speaking is about. It's not just about giving speeches and participating in competitions. Okay, so what does the Public Speaking Society do? Okay, so primarily we compete in public speaking competitions. We function as a sports team, like we prepare for competitions, we go to competitions, we compete against other universities and schools and institutions and try to win the trophies. Okay, and other than that, we do training sessions for these competitions, and like training is a very important part of the public speaking society. We're not just involved in participating, but we're also actively involved in training other people as well. Can everyone please mute your mics? Someone is continuously talking. Okay. Vanya, could you please mute people's mics? That's okay. Okay, training sessions, and lastly, we organize events. Just like almost every other society, we have our own public speaking events. We don't just attend other people's events, but we organize events of our own. And our events are some of the biggest and best in JSMU. Okay, types of public speaking. So public speaking is not just one homogeneous thing. Okay, there are many different formats. The two main formats that we do in JSMU are declamations and parliamentary debates. Okay, there are other formats like MUNs and conventional debates, but that's like pretty rare because we just aren't able to generate interest for them most of the time, or they do not take place very often. Like conventional debate competitions do not take place that often in Karachi. But declamation and parliamentary debate competitions are things that are happening all the time, and definitely these are the types of competitions that you learn the most from if you actively participate. Okay, so there are 4 types of competitions. There's an intra-JSMU competition in which you're only competing against people from within JSMU. Okay, and this is the best starting point for you because you don't want to directly go to extremely high level difficult competitions such as all Karachi level, all Pakistan level, and international level competitions. We do compete in all of these kinds of competitions, but it's always good to give importance to intra-JSMU competitions as well. And we definitely give the most importance to intra-JSMU competitions because that is where we do the bulk of our training throughout the year. Okay, so becoming a member of the PSS is easy. All you have to do is fill in this Google form, and we're going to provide a link for you to fill in the Google form. Once you fill in the form, you become a level 1 member. Okay, it's a very simple membership system. You do not need to do anything extra to become a member. Can everyone please mute their mics? Okay. You do not need to do anything else to become a member. You just need to fill in the registration form and you're in. Okay. All we need from you is to give us all of your details that are relevant to public speaking competitions. You might see that we take a lot of information, but the only purpose for that is that when we're registering for competitions, often we have to do it very quickly and there's a deadline. And this is for so that the public speaking heads can quickly enter the registration information for everyone who's going to the competition rather than having to contact each person individually and get your email address and CNIC phone number and stuff. So this is all just to streamline the process of becoming a member. Okay. So members are eligible to participate and volunteer in JSMU events and training sessions. These are events that take place within JSMU. And level 2 is a full member, and that is when you get to the level where we will send you to competitions outside JSMU, whether it's all Karachi, whether it's all Pakistan or even international. We have the simple rule is that you cannot speak in these higher level events if you're not a full member. And becoming a full member is very easy. All you have to do is give at least some sort of speech at a training session. Okay. One of the training sessions that we do all the time, you just have to be there and you have to give some sort of speech. We do not allow people who've never spoken in any training sessions to directly go to a debate tournament or a declamation tournament. And even if you're speaking in intra-JSMU competitions, that also counts as gaining full member status. So there's no limitation over there. Okay, level 3 is executive council member, and this is the last level. And for 90%, 99% of people, this won't concern you. This is not really related to public speaking. It's all about organizing events. Okay, it's the governing body of the Public Speaking Society, the president, the general secretary, the vice president. And obviously, you need these sort of people to run any society, but it's not necessary for your public speaking development in any way, and don't think that people who are in the executive council are going to be getting any preferential treatment in terms of being selected for competitions. Okay, but we do still need really good people to organize our events, and we do encourage anyone who's like really interested and is an organized person who's done events before to please take part. Okay, someone is drawing on my slides. Please don't do that. Abdul Rashid. Can you delete this? There are 2 lines on my slides now. Okay. Okay. Acha. Other than that, we have our social media. You all should definitely check them out. JSMU Public Speaking Society and our Instagram. The only things we actually post here are things about whenever we win a competition or whenever someone does well at a competition, you always get a post on the Public Speaking Society pages so that the word gets out and people know that we're doing well and you can share it among your friends. Okay, other than that, we have our WhatsApp group. Okay, and this is the main place, PSS announcements, where you're going to find out about everything that's happening in the Public Speaking Society. We have a very democratic way of going to competitions, of selecting who's going to competitions. Not democratic, meritocratic. We always select the best people. And if there's no limitation on the number of people that can be sent, we always send as many people as are interested. Okay, so we have this WhatsApp group. Non-PSS related posts are not allowed on it. Only admins who are the executive council members are allowed to post. So we try as much as possible to keep it as completely free of spam. And all events and registration information is always shared on the PSS announcements group. Okay. So the way to join it is that when you finish the registration form that I talked about previously.
Brain of the gut.
Can everyone please turn off their mics? Okay. Then when you fill in the registration form, you'll find out the link for the WhatsApp group, and through there you can check it out. Also, we have a YouTube channel. Do check it out. We have some really nice speeches from some of our speakers and some interesting videos. We've started it very recently, so it's not really doesn't really have a lot of videos yet, but very soon it'll be growing a lot. Okay. Other than that, our achievements, the Public Speaking Society has become a brand because the JSMU Public Speaking Society, because we are well known throughout Pakistan at this point, because our speakers like Komal Abbasi, Muhammad Ammar, Majabeen, Sana Zera, they've been going to competitions and they've been winning competitions. And you probably, most of you have heard about Umme Farwa, who's pretty much a celebrity given how many viral videos she has of her speeches on YouTube. This is Umme Farwa accepting some awards from distinguished personalities. And these are our other seniors and members who won various competitions in the past. And this in particular, APDC Risalpur, which is the biggest, the most prestigious declamation competition in Pakistan. Just 2 years ago, Majabeen and Sana won the whole competition. They're graduated now, but this was a very big step in like putting JSMU on the map in terms of declamations. This is a more recent trophy at UCL Lahore. It's a very huge trophy, but not really in the picture. And above, we've had talked about declamations, but these are parliamentary debate achievements. Mohammad Amar Yunus and Ume Farwa ranked the third and ninth out of like 200 speakers in the Shajibna International Debating Championship that took place around 3 years ago. But like that was a very huge achievement. And other than that, we've gotten to the finals of various debate competitions and ranked in the top 10 speakers. And very recently, you might have heard we broke at an international debate competition, and Mariam Shahid and Aksa Iqbal Khan were the ones who did it. Okay, so those were our achievements, but the main thing that the PSS worries about are our training sessions. Okay, and we try to have these all the time. We try to have these as much as possible. But obviously, everyone has to study, everyone has to uh, do other important things. So usually what we're doing with our training sessions in university is that they're taking place around every week. Okay, we try to do it every week, but mostly it ends up once or twice a month. Okay, which itself is like pretty sufficient. But it all usually depends on when people are having exams and when we're able to get a room to conduct these sessions. Okay. And recently, because of coronavirus, we've not been able to do a lot of in-person sessions. This is just a screenshot of one of our online sessions in which, like, this was the whiteboard and we're discussing different topics. And these sessions we've also learned is like pretty beneficial in learning about different topics and on debate. Okay, so these are the 2, 3 types of sessions we normally do. And also sometimes we are able to get guest speakers in our training sessions. This is the acclaimed speaker Hassan bin Shaheen. And at other instances, we've had even foreign coaches like Mina Andrich who we took an interview of basically, but that was also a very informative session and we all thoroughly enjoyed it. Okay, so those are our training sessions. Now let's talk about Public Speaking Society events. Okay, so we have 4 or 5 events that we conduct every year. The first and second one are the In Dynamo Parliamentary Debate Competition and the In Dynamo Declamation Competition. These are intra-JSMU events. After that, we have the Students versus Teachers debate that also usually takes place during In Dynamo. And other than that, we have the JSMU Open competitions, which are all Pakistan level competitions. The JSMU Open has been started by us very recently, and it's been a very huge success so far because the parliamentary debate competition last year was already it was the biggest parliamentary debate competition ever to take place in Karachi, British parliamentary format debate competition. So that was a significant achievement for us. And other than that, we do always have our annual meetup in which it's not really related to debating, but we all make sure we can get together and party. Okay, so here are just some pictures of our events. Okay, this is the annual inter-JSMU declamation competition. This is the parliamentary debate competition. This all takes place within the Sindh Medical College premises or like nearby buildings. And this is the JSMU Open, just students versus teachers debate. The whole video of the students versus teachers debate is up on our YouTube channel, and I highly recommend you watch it because it was a really fun and interesting debate. Some of the best professors and teachers of JSMU competed against just a bunch of students. Okay. Other than that, the Public Speaking Society is known for having a lot of fun because we always make time to go abroad, not abroad, but outside of the city for our debate competition. Since the last 3 years, we've been going to the Shah Jeevna Debating Championship, which takes place in Lahore. It's always a really fun trip in which we take a huge team and it's parliamentary debating and declamations, and it's just a week-long trip. We always go by train. We've even been to Islamabad. This is us at the Tarbela Dam. And you can see we always have a lot of fun along with the debating because it's always long trips in train. And this is Joyland. This is our hotel which we stayed at. And the important thing that you all should know is that all of these trips are financed by the university. Okay, because what we're doing is an academic excursion. Okay, so it's also the university always finances these things. Sometimes it is difficult. There's always a lot of paperwork to go through, and we have to send proposals. But generally, the university is very supportive because we always perform well at these competitions. So usually, we are able to get around 50% finance for all our accommodation, our traveling expenses, and competition registration fees. So because of that, like throughout my 5 years in JSMU, I've been to like 7 debate tournaments outside of Karachi, and like all of them have been financed to a certain extent by the university. This is just a picture of our annual meetup that took place in Barbecue Tonight, which is always really fun. Okay, so that was overall a picture of the PSS. Okay, we have events, we have training sessions, we go to competitions. Okay, but at the end of the day, the purpose of the PSS, I always tell everyone that there are three reasons for you to pursue public speaking. 3 reasons why you should join the PSS. Okay, number 1, learn. Number 2, to win competitions, and number 3, to have fun. Okay, because I always say that none of these 3 things is more important than the other. All of these 3 are equally as important as each other. Okay, because if you're not going there to learn, okay, you're not doing it right. Okay, you're not gaining anything by just wasting your time. Okay, if you're not trying to win, then you're not going to have fun either. Okay, you always should be trying to push yourself. You always should be trying to win trophies for your university. And lastly, having fun is like definitely extremely important. If you are learning, if you are winning, but you're not having fun at a competition, then I really don't see why you should be going there. Okay, we always try to keep public speaking a fun experience. That is why we always make time to go to Joyland, as you can see in the pictures over here. Okay, but lastly, just one thing I want to end on is the main. Whenever people are joining the public speaking society, you always have a lot of concerns about maybe I should join, maybe I shouldn't join, or something. Okay, and obviously you've joined a medical university and you're studying a very difficult and very long syllabus, and it's going to be hard to have free time. And if you're a first year student, you've probably heard that, oh, you're not going to have any free time at all when you're in medical college. Okay, that is false, because in medical college it's not that you have no free time, it's that you have a very limited amount of free time. Okay, and the thing is that when you have this limited free time, what you want to do is you have to utilize it to the very best. Okay, because you want to make sure you have a lot of fun in this free time. Okay, so there are a few ways people generally do this. Either you can, like, as soon as classes end, just go home, go to sleep, or play video games and watch Netflix. Okay, or you can, every week, every day, you can just go out with friends and like waste your parents' money and eat out all the time. Okay, you can have fun like that. Or you can join the public speaking society, in which you're going to be doing something that's very fun. Okay, but it's also going to move towards your self improvement. Okay, it's also something that's going to provide you a life skill that is going to be so important in your professional life. Okay, because all of you are doing a degree that is going to take you head deep into a professional life. Okay, and whenever you get into a professional atmosphere, you're always going to be in some certain situation where you need to do public speaking. Okay, and no one is going to train you, no one is going to show you how it's done. You just be expected to know how to do it. Okay, and public speaking is very hard. If you've never done it before, if you haven't practiced, it's unlikely that you're going to do a really good job. Okay, so it's very essential that you try to do something about it. Try to join something like the PSS, because this university life, this period of your life that you're having, this is the last chance for you to learn public speaking in like a structured way through something like the Public Speaking Society. And because we provide a platform in which there's no judgment, in which we try to create a calm atmosphere where everyone can speak and no one feels embarrassed or humiliated. Okay, and for those reasons, the Public Speaking Society has like helped a lot of people. Even if you don't go to competitions, even if you just attend training sessions, it makes a huge difference in your character building, in your confidence, and your fluency. Okay, so for all those reasons, I would like really urge you all to fill in the membership form. Okay, you can see the membership form link over there. It'll probably be shared in the chat now. And other than that, please also uh, follow our other social media like our Facebook page, our Instagram, and our YouTube channel. Okay. So now I'm going to now I think we should end the recording and we'll open the floor to questions. Okay. The recording is going to